Now let the song begin and let us sing together of sun and stars and moon and mist and rain and cloudy weather. Light on the budding leaf and dew on the feather. Wind on the open hill and bells on the heather. Reeds by the shady pool and lilies on the water. Old Tom Bombadil and the river daughter. Old Tom Bombadil is a merry fellow. Bright blue his jacket is, and his boots are yellow. Hello there, book fighters. Today is Monday, January 10th, and this week I read Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, I was trying to remember when the last time I read this was, and as I didn't think it was this long ago, but it was literally 9 years ago, because I remember I was 11 and I was doing my 11 plus, and I remember reading Lord of the Rings as a gear up to my 11 plus, which I don't know if you have in the States, but it's basically an exam that you do to get into a grammar school, and I failed that exam, so maybe that was why. But so my kind of going into this, reading it, was really everything I thought I knew about what the book was kind of wasn't, because all that was in my head was the film. And one of the things that struck me was just how vastly different the book is. I mean, Peter Jackson takes some liberties. If the Harry Potter films were to the Harry Potter books as the Lord of the Rings films are to the Lord of the Rings books, Harry Potter fans would go mental. Like, they would burn down the cinema, cry and shout obscenities at the screen because they're just so protective over the work. I think it's something to do with the fact that Lord of the Rings was written so long ago, and the movies kind of rekindled the passion. But they just are. And another thing is that Peter Jackson knows how to make a film, and he knows that books, they're not made to, they're not screenplays. You need to take liberties for them to be a good film, and I think that's why the films are so successful, because more than anything, they take the essence of the story and the feel of the story, and they just transfer it into a really great film. And one of the things that they took out of the film, quite rightly, was the character of Tom Bombadil. Now, whilst I agree that if you were watching a film, the character of Tom Bombadil would be a lull in the action. It would bring it down. It doesn't contribute to the main story really. Having said that, I love the character of Tom Bombadil. I love his songs. I just love the kind of whole mystery surrounding him. And yes, it's a break in the action of the narrative, but it's a good break. It's like a dinner break, or it's like on a long coach journey where you have a break to go to the service station and go to the toilet and whatnot. It's that kind of break. It's just like a small little piece of something else, just to stop with the whole, the Black Riders are coming, we gotta get to Rivendell, why isn't Gandalf here? It takes the kind of pace of the novel and just says, whoa, calm down a second. How about this? Let's look around this world a bit more. Let's go into some magical and mystical aspects of it, and let's sing some songs. So yes, I love Tom Bombadil. What I also love are the songs, and that's another thing that I noticed this time whilst I was reading it, was just the vast amount of songs, which I just couldn't even remember that were there, and that's something that the film leaves out. I'm going to watch this extended edition of the film tomorrow, so hopefully there'll be more songs than that. I've been told that there is. But one of the things, as you'll see from the bottom end and the top end of my video, was I just started, for the songs that I really liked and that got me and that I thought of some sort of tune for, I just started picking my guitar up and just playing those songs and making melodies for them, which what a whole new experience for me, reading Lord of the Rings, just actually playing the songs aloud, and singing them, because the songs. So yeah, that was a whole new thing that I didn't realise was there, and I was happy for. So yeah, I loved reading The Fellowship of the Ring, and I think whoever's idea it was to do this Lord of the Rings ones, because I had a great time reading it. The Human Centipede, Katie, how do I put this? Okay, I didn't enjoy the film. It's not a good film. It's not well written. It's poorly acted. But it would have made my top 10 list whether it was 10 times worse or 10 times better. Because, like it or not, for me, The Human Centipede showed the power of film, and it showed that you don't need flashy marketing campaigns, you don't need to pour a load of money, you just need passion and a belief in a story. Conceptually, while this film is horrible and disturbing in many ways, it's rather brilliant. The buzz surrounding this film was unlike anything else. Everyone was talking about it, everyone wanted to watch it, everyone kind of around me in the school I go to was watching it. It was kind of this viral thing. And this director went from being just a nobody making this absurd film to having cinematic release, to having a sequel commissioned to be filmed in London, just through buzz and concept, and taken away the human centipede-ness of The Human Centipede. This film did so much with so little, and that is why it is 10 on my list. But nevertheless, Katie, I can see how much that I hurt you, and I'm going to offer you a little bit of a reward. Well, not a reward. I'm going to do the punishment that you suggested way back when I didn't read Jane Eyre, and that is this. Yeah, I'm going to read Paris Hilton, Confessions of an Heiress, a tongue-in-cheek peek behind the pose. Chic peek, oh, wit. And next week I will give you a critique on the themes and motifs present in Paris Hilton's epic. Okay, that is it for my video for this week. I hope you enjoy the last part of this video, which is me singing a song from Lord of the Rings. It's a song that Bilbo sings to Frodo, or just sings in Frodo's presence while they're in Rivendell, about how his time has passed for adventure and how much he still yearns for it. And it's a really sad song for me, and it really connected with me, so I did it, and it's after this. So, Lauren, I'll see you tomorrow. Sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen, of meadow flowers and butterflies in the summers that have been, of yellow leaves and gossamer in autumns that there were, with morning mist and silver sun and the wind upon my hair. I sit beside the fire and think of how the world will be when winter comes without a spring that I shall ever see. For still there are so many things that I have never seen. In every wood, in every spring, there is a different green. And I sit beside the fire and think of people long ago, and people who will see the world that I shall never know. But with all the while I sit and think of times there were before. I listen for returning feet and voices at the door.